Hiya, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. This video is going to be about OCD, and if you've got OCD and if you like, you're trying to keep it a secret, and whether or not you should tell someone about it. Um, if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I've had OCD ever since, I think, from memory, from about the age of about 10 or 11. So um, whilst I'm not a doctor or anything like that, I have, if you like, dealt with it for many years, right? If you've got OCD and it's not common knowledge to people that are around you, perhaps, but obviously you're thinking about whether or not you should tell someone. My answer to that question, if you are thinking that, is that you should. Yeah, this video is really going to be aimed at helping you to, if you like, not worry so much about what other people might think of you. Yeah, people who don't understand different illnesses, they've got no comprehension of it. So what their opinion is of it, in my opinion, doesn't really matter. Yeah, some people have got their own little world and they've got no worries, no concerns. So in my eyes, they can't comment on it. Yeah. Um, what I think you should do if you have got OCD and you're at a level where you really cannot deal with it. Yeah. You need to tell. I'm telling you, in my opinion, you should tell someone. You should. Your partner, I'm guessing, probably already knows because it would be very difficult to keep it a secret from your partner. What I'm saying is that you should. The whole idea of this video is to encourage you to get help with it, whether you tell some other members of your family that you're close to that you're struggling to see if they can help you in some way, or more importantly, if you go and see your GP, I encourage you to go and get medical help. Um, I need to make it clear. I'm not a doctor. I'm not. I've got no real. I've got no qualifications in mental health. All what I'm talking about is really my opinion. But I think my opinion is valid because, like I say, I've been suffering with it for over 40 years. So you know, I do know a lot about it, and I do know a lot of, if you like, the ways that are going to help you should you choose to take that route. OCD has got a lot of stigma attached to it. It has, and it probably always will have by the many people that don't suffer from it. And you're always like in anything in life, you're always going to have people that have um, an opinion, if you like, and you've got to remember that these people are entitled to that. That's what an opinion is an important thing to have. But you need to think about yourself. This video is about making you think of yourself. And when I say yourself, I don't just mean you. I also mean the people in your, if you like, your direct family. Because there's been times in my life when my OCD has been so severe that, without any shadow of a doubt, if you're feeling that bad, and you don't get help it's not just you that's going to suffer. This is what you need to remember, and this is what you need to think about when you're deciding whether or not you should come out, if you like, and go and see a GP and accept your illness. Because um, to me, you might be thinking that by not visiting a GP and getting help, you might be thinking that you're weak and that you're perhaps blowing your condition out of proportion. You might be trying to play it down because and think, well, I'm just going to get on with this, which is what a lot of, if you like, people who don't understand the condition might say. Yeah, what you should be saying to yourself, and what I encourage you to say to yourself, is that I have got a medical condition which requires me to get assistance and guidance. Right? You're Your OCD is a diagnosed illness. Yeah. So don't worry about these people that are just saying that you're weak and that you're, you know, whatever they're saying, because they've not got what you've got. They've got no idea, right? And it ain't their fault. They've just got no idea. Yeah. So what, in my eyes, you need to do, yeah. And when I say you need to do for yourself, you need to realise you're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for your family. In fact, this video is I'm gonna tell you that you're actually doing a disservice to your family. You know, that your wife that you love or your children that you love, you're actually, in my eyes, doing them a disservice if you don't go and get help. Because to me, if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that recently I went back to the GP and he's given me some tablets, anti-anxiety, just to help me, like, and to help calm me down a bit where I'm panicking and whatever. And my wife said to me, she said, Cole, you need to go and see the doctor. And I was kind of like, if you like, trying to say to myself, no, I ain't going to go back. I don't really want to be taking no more medication. And she said to me, you've got to go. You've got to go. It's not a case of whether you want to go or not, whether you're thinking that you're weak if you go or not. This doesn't come into the equation. Yeah? This doesn't come into the equation. What matters, my wife, really she should do the video, because she said to me, what matters, Cole, is that you get better. And she said to me, you need to go and see a doctor. You need to get some help. Yeah, you need to start, perhaps watching your diet a little bit more. Yeah, there's things you've got to do to make yourself better. But one of them is seeing a GP. So this is what this video is about. It's all about whether or not you're you're thinking that you're weak by admitting that you need help. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help. Yeah, and I'm telling you, as much as I'm not feeling great at the minute, there's been times in my past when I've been unwell, and I've been to see my GP, and I've listened to him, and and I've got better. I know now I'm going for a bad patch, but I know I'll bounce back. I always do. Whether it's the medication that you take, I don't know, but I do know that whenever I've been at a really low, and I have sought medical help, I've always seemed to got better after 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, so you need to do this. This is what this video's about. You know, this trying to, if you like, you know, um, being straight with you. You have got, if you're really that bad, if you know that what you're going through, this intrusive thought, this feeling, this anxiety, whatever it is you're feeling, right, it ain't just gonna go. Right? I'm being straight with you. It is not just gonna miraculously disappear. Obviously there's different things that are, that cause depression, OCD, serotonin, and I was watching a video earlier about the sunshine. Unless someone's gonna pick you up and drop you in paradise, and you're going to be surrounded by, it just ain't going to happen. You need to understand this. So, like I say, I'm just going to say it one more time to try and, if you like, hit it home to you, that if you're bad and if you're unwell, you need medication. Yeah, all these gurus that are telling you that you can meditate and think yourself better. I'm sorry, I've tried it. I've been there, I've done it. Yeah, I could probably write my own meditation CD. All right, I ain't saying that these things don't help, but I mentioned in another video about how whatever illness you've got, you need an arsenal of weapons, if you like, to actually aim at your illness, and one of them is medication. Yeah, diet, medication, keeping fit, keeping your brain active. Yeah, but like I say, I'm not going to go into all that. This video, I'm going to try and keep it a bit shorter than what my videos usually are. This video is just encouraging you to say to yourself, I'm not weak. I've got a recognised medical condition which a lot of people seem to get better when they take medication. So, even if you go to the GP and you talk to the GP and at the end of it you're still not totally convinced with it, he might say, well, look, how about if we try you on like a mild form of something? You haven't got to take the biggest dose, and you might find that just that little bit of medication might just swing it a bit your way. Yeah, but if you don't go, you'll never know. I'm going to end it there, but I do hope generally, and please, like I say, if you've got any questions regarding OCD, like I say, I'm not medically trained, but I do know a lot about it, and I might be able to give you some ideas as to what you could do to make yourself feel better. But one thing I would suggest, and I'm not just saying it because I'm on YouTube, but research on YouTube. Look at some people. Look at all the different ways. Hopefully you're doing it anyway. Look at what diet you're eating, and think about like spending more time in the sunlight. Just very quickly, my daughter's just started. She's working up in a job now. She's doing bar work, and at the time I'm making this, we're actually about the 20th of December, something like that, and she was working during the day, and she suffers with OCD, and she's working in a bar, and like she's basically given up this job in as a cashier in like a big supermarket. But I've said to her, because obviously I know about OCD, and I said to her, Barb, I said, I don't think that's the best thing to do. And she said, why, Dad? I said, because you're going to be sleeping during the day, because she's going to bed at 3 or 4 in the morning when this pub all shuts up, and she's getting up at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, or like she's basically the other way round. And I said to her, you ain't been feeling that well anyway. Now you're adding to it by taking away daylight, which studies have proven helps with OCD. My GP that I see a couple of days ago, we was chatting away, and I said to her, I always seem to go downhill near Christmas, and she said you've got season something, I can't think what it was called, sad. Basically, it's all to do with sunlight. And she said, why do you think some of the most depressed people in the world are in Finland? And she said, I didn't know, but apparently Finland is one of the, obviously where it's high up, it's obviously gloomy and it gets less daylight than what we do. And she said there's a high level of people committing suicide and obviously depression and the anxieties that it brings in Finland, and it's all linked to this is partly linked to daylight. So again, that's something else in your arsenal, if you like, that helps with OCD. Someone who I know, I won't say who, but someone who I know has recently gone abroad, and they didn't say it, but I've got a funny feeling it's because they know that for the next 2 or 3 weeks, the UK, like over Christmas and leading to January, it's going to be gloomy. So if you've got the money and you could afford to go somewhere sunny, obviously you should do it. I know for a fact. You ain't got to be. I ain't got to be a GP to tell you this. I know for a fact. I've only got to look at a diary of my life, and Christmas comes, and like it's like I get to October, and it's like someone pulls a plug out of me. It's like my battery's just lost its charge, and why is that? Why is that? It can only be that obviously there's something in that. The daylight, the gloom, the you not get. I'm like in my case, I'm not getting out to work as much because I can't get out to work because it's raining. So then you're sitting at home worrying about obviously the bills you got to pay, and this all accumulates in your mind, and it's like toxins, if you like, and all these different things that are coming in, and for me, I know that when I'm like this, I just need something to help me over that bad patch, because it might not seem to some people like it's a, you get shot, if you get shot and you got a gunshot, they can see what's causing you distress. They're giving you morphine and they're giving blood and whatever, and to a lot of people that is a real injury or a real illness or a real, a real condition. But they don't understand because what you've got's invisible. Yeah, what you've got's invisible. To me, I would compare. I don't want to say it, but to me, um, it's like having, like, if you like, cancer of the mind. Even though OCD is not cancer, to me, it's like something's in there that is not making me function properly. And it's serotonin. It's been proven. It's serotonin. Yeah, if you can improve your serotonin levels in your brain. Again, that's all linked to diet, yeah, sunlight, different factors, exercise. All these different things are going to help your brain to work the way it should. But I've gone off subject a little bit. But what this video is aimed at, it's about making you realise that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. So you shouldn't be ashamed. You shouldn't be ashamed of having it. If you do harm to someone, or you do things wrong to people, or you might do something wrong to someone that you love, then yeah, that's something to be ashamed about. Yeah, and obviously people make mistakes all the time, and obviously you have to hopefully learn by them. But you shouldn't be ashamed by admitting to yourself that you've got OCD and that you need help. And like I say, I'm going to say it one more time. If you don't get help and you're suffering, and more importantly, your partner's suffering as a result of your mood, right, then you're doing her a disservice. Yeah, say to yourself, if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your partner, because she'll be grateful that you did. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Like I say, OCD is something that I've got. It's something that I do know a lot about, and I'm going to be putting more videos up about how I'm dealing with it, if you like, almost on a day-to-day basis. And I'm going to talk more about what I'm trying to do to obviously help myself. That's what my channel's about. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I do marketing. That's my job. I do like helping companies to make money, and I've done videos on that as well. It's ironic that someone like me, if you like, can almost be the opposite when it comes to getting work, because my work, you have to be so driven, if you like, to achieve success. My job, you don't just sit there. You have to actually physically, it's basically results. Your money's all about results. You don't just get paid for being there in my job. But it's ironic really that I've got what I've got, and yet I do a job like that. And sometimes even that I don't understand it, because when I'm at work, I can seem to just focus on that. My OCD's still there, but obviously your focus is on money, earning money, I suppose. But like I say, please like. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. And if you do want to send me a message, I'll try and answer it for you. And whatever you do, go and see your GP. And I do hope that I can be of help to you on another video. And it's coming up to Christmas. I do hope that you have a nice Christmas. And hopefully your whatever tormenting you might hopefully leave you alone. Happy Christmas, and I hope to see you on another one of my videos. Bye bye.